Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Chief Ozzy. Welcome back to another Collectron video. And today I'm going to be giving you some Town Hall 14 base building tips and tricks that you can use when building your Town Hall 14 base, obviously. You can also apply these base building tips to any base you want. These are actually just generally broad tips that I'm giving you. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first tip I'd give you is protecting your Town Hall. Your Town Hall is the most important building in your base, so it's essential to protect at all costs. Placing your town on the center of your base, surrounding by strong defenses and traps, usually prevents enemy troops from reaching it. So if your town hall gets taken down, that is an automatic 1-star for your opponent, 50% for a 2-star, and then a 3-star is basically like the entire base is destroyed. So that's why you want to protect your town hall. Second tip is using walls. I'm pretty sure everyone knows this. I mean, seriously. Not many of you are dumbasses to figure this out, but using walls are the best defenses in the game, and it's important to use them wisely. Using them to funnel enemy troops into traps or create checkpoints where defenses can do the most damage is basically a really effective way of defending, and it can definitely prevent people from getting a 1-star, especially because it makes it a lot harder for them. Third, upgrade your defenses. Upgrading your defenses is essential to protecting your base. Focus on upgrading your defensive structures first, such as your wizard towers, inferno towers, and expos. Those are the types of buildings that will protect you the most. And of course, upgrade things like maybe your eagle artillery or cannon or motors, stuff like that. Air defenses are also critical to upgrade those as well, because many people don't seem to upgrade their air defenses. I don't know why, but probably because it's too expensive. But yeah, I'll definitely upgrade your air defense as well. But upgrading defenses is pretty much key to any good base design, because unless you have good high-level defenses, you're gonna get destroyed pretty easily. Okay, fourth one is using traps. I don't know how many of you use traps, but using traps is an excellent way to catch enemy troops off guard and do significant damage. Use them to protect your town hall, create checkpoints, or to lure enemy troops into a particular area. So that can be pretty helpful. I try to make it not obvious where the traps are, because if you do, then it defeats the purpose of them. Okay, so fifth, do spread out your defenses. Don't bunch up your defenses in one area of your base. Spreading them out covers all areas, including the corners and edges of your base. Now, of course, this doesn't mean you should make a corner base, because if you do, you're gonna get destroyed. Corner bases don't work, obviously. I think some of you may have fallen to that when you're first starting out, but yeah, corner bases don't work. I would spread out your defenses and avoid making corner bases, because those are long gone in history. Alright, 6, using your heroes. Your heroes are your most potent weapons, so use them wisely. Use them to take out enemy troops or defend against attacks. Now, just know this, you can't control your heroes. They do whatever they want, but there's a certain radius. They have a radius that they have to follow. It's usually around your altars, so wherever their altar radius is, that's where they will guard. Anything that's in the altar radius will be guarded. So pretty much see here that the Barbarian Grand Warden's altar is right near the Town Hall, Motor, and Expo, so it'll guard that. So that's what will be guarded. Anything else is basically out of its range. Okay, and then clan castle troops. Clan castle troops are an essential part of defending your base. Make sure you have a mix of troops that can handle different types of attacks. What kind of troops you should have in your clan castle really depends. I can't say. It just depends on what you're defending against and what your base design is meant for. And then, of course, you should also experiment with different base designs. Don't be afraid to experiment with different base designs. What works for one player may not work for you, so try to keep different layouts to find out the one that works best for your style of play. Obviously, you could have a war base, a farming base, an attack base, whatever. And then you also need to keep your walls upgraded. Upgrading your walls is critical, as it makes it harder for enemy troops to break through them. Focus on upgrading them to level 14 or higher. I know that walls take a long time to upgrade, so usually I advise them upgrading them last in any town hall situation, because they do get expensive as you go. But don't worry if they're not maxed out. Just make sure they're at least one level behind the max level, so that way you're not falling behind significantly. And then last and not least, stay active. Staying active in the game is essential to keeping your base strong. Make sure you're consistently upgrading your defenses, researching new troops, and experimenting with different base designs to keep your opponents guessing. Yeah, So being active is a pretty big thing. If you're not active, basically you won't be making any progress. So it probably means you won't be online too often. But yeah, those are the 10 tips I'd like to give you for this video in a Town Hall 14 layout base. You can use these tips for almost any Town Hall base you want. It doesn't have to be Town Hall 14, but generally these are Town Hall 14 tips I found. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Peace out.